back to the Don and Gino Real Estate and Finance Show. No Gino today. He's busy with family stuff. Good for him. He's such a dedicated hubby. We miss Gino, but luckily I've been rotating out some of our great professionals here at Cherry Creek Mortgage that just love coming to work every day and helping you with your dream of home ownership. You guys get to be part of it. I have Jeff and Amy with Real Pro Advantage, and I'm having George Hartmann join us again because his credit topics was one of the most popular we've had in quite some time. Isn't it great helping people out with their homes?
Absolutely.
There's nothing like it, huh?
Giving them a future and helping them out and giving them incentive that there's more to what's going on right now.
All right, so we're gonna touch base on how you guys help people reset. So we're gonna save that for a little bit because we gotta touch on what we talked about right at the end, and I had to cut you off, and you knew I was going to, about the Mortgage Debt Relief Act, because explain what it is and that it was expiring and why that could affect a few people.
The Mortgage Debt Relief Act did expire technically at the end of December of 2013.
Right.
Senator Barbara Boxer was working with Carr and was talking to the IRS trying to get clarification whether it constitutes recourse debt or not. It was determined by the IRS that under California law, California law, that it does not constitute recourse debt, meaning that you will not be 1099-C taxed on that forgiven debt. Additionally, so IRS, the Franchise Tax Board piggybacked on the IRS and has, it's under the same opinion that is not considered recourse debt, meaning that you will not be taxed. Again, I'm going to preface this, I am not a CPA, so talk to your CPA.
Yeah, we always say that. Don't worry. Yeah, talk to your tax man when how it affect you personally.
So, but for certain situations, obviously, whether it's your owner-occupied property and, 1 to 4 units and, the same as the Mortgage Debt Relief Act.
So there are parameters,
There are
of course.
parameters.
But what's nice is you just let everybody know that they can actually stay in California. All those of you that were moving away, come back. It's okay to stay in it. It's good news for California, finally.
It's great news for California. So I think people are under the misunderstanding that the Mortgage Debt Relief Act is gone and that they will be taxed in California. Barbara Boxer, again, has put this information out there. You can go on the web. It's out there. And talk to your CPA. You won't be taxed. If that's holding you up on doing a short sell, definitely need to talk to somebody.
And that's great news, Amy. Thank you very much again, Amy, with Real Pro Advantage right here. Jeff, I know you want to jump in and explain.
I got something.
Okay.
Go ahead.
No, go.
No, I think I hear it far too often, just kind of jumping on this topic. People are sitting in their homes because they don't want to pay taxes with, the house leveraged to the max with seconds, thirds, that I'm just going to let it go to sale and I don't want to have to deal with anything. Well, I can't urge you folks enough to have a conversation with somebody, because you will find out that second and that third, that HELOC, that whatever extra leverage you got against that property that wasn't a purchase money loan, they will come after you, and you will have a bigger problem with a collector than paying even capital gain or income tax.
So the ostrich thing doesn't work.
No.
Sticking your head in the sand and hoping
Absolutely
it all goes
not.
away?
It does not work.
All right.
The problems will get worse.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay, so you guys can probably help answer some of these questions, I would imagine, right?
Yes, absolutely.
How can they get a hold of you?
661-294-9194, and then we are revamping our website with a lot more information, and that will be up at the end of next week. We'll have answers to a lot of these questions regarding junior liens, whatever questions you might want to have will be up on there, along with our contact information.
Again, you guys are alluding to the same thing we talk about every show, is please take action. Sitting back and hoping it just goes away only continues the stress levels. And I know we'll bring George in on that because he helps people with credit, and it's the same type of scenario. Just like when we have Lou Asbin with Asbin Law talking about bankruptcy situations, is there are tools, there are people out there to help. We're here to help. You can always reach out to us at 855-DON-GINO, 855-DON-GINO. Email us if you want to be discreet, donandgino@gmail.com, donandgino.com. There's a lot of great information on our website. Hey, actually, go to our website and click on the Facebook page and like us. We're feeling a little lonely. All right, so great information. But clarify one more time the recourse debt. The whole thing about you could be taxed on the phantom equity that you know. I guess the phantom income they call
That's
it.
right. That's
So
right.
you clarify a little bit on that because it's still fuzzy.
Sure. And again, I'm not Jeff Hunter CPA by any stretch of the imagination. So I urge anybody listening to this and thinking about doing what you need to do, short sale wise, foreclosure, whatever, with your property, seek that professional advice. However, the phantom income is basically what they're talking about is the difference in what you owe the bank or owe the investor who lent you the money versus what the bank nets after the sale of the home. And if it's $100,000, you're going to get a 1099-C, a cancellation of debt from the investor, from the bank, and you're going to have to deal with it one way or the other. The way it's set up now is that the IRS and the Franchise Tax Board have said, because it is, quote, phantom income, you're being in a short sale, you're being relieved of deficiency on that debt.
And they're calling that income. Right.
However, similar to the Mortgage Debt Relief Act, you will not have to pay taxes on it. Again, parameters.
A lot of parameters. Talk with your CPA. But bottom line is, we're letting them know that there is some good news for those of us. It being, being extended for Californians is huge.
Actually, blazing a trail in California. Go figure that.
I know, huh?
Right.
How about that? Well, we blazed the trail when it came to loss of equity. I'll tell you that. That's in Florida. Woo! Follow us. No. Okay, so that's great information. What do you guys feel about the market right now? You mentioned that you're short sales because I'm telling you, we were explaining to people that the market got hot because we had a huge reduction in distressed properties, meaning people had equity positions, could sell their own homes now without having to go through banks, and therefore it increased the profit and the ability and the equity position and all that. Where are we at now?
As far as
in the market in general, I mean, I thought, like we were kind of alluding to earlier, that short sales were going away.
Sure, they went. I think last year and at the end of the year, prices increased and values of homes increased so much.
25%.
Year
over year.
It's insane.
25%. Yeah.
And so now we're back to the standard, maybe a couple of points a year, five, whatever it is. And people were sitting around waiting for their house to be in that lump of I'm gaining equity. So
okay, so yeah, they were holding back, going, hey, I'm only a little ways. Maybe it'll help me.
So there's still, again, the nationwide number. There's 35% of the properties nationwide are now sitting in an equity position, right? So meaning what, 65% are still flat or underwater.
Oh no.
And so that tells me there's distressed homeowners, there's houses underwater. Again, nationwide, the California numbers are a little bit different than that, but there are still plenty of folks out there that have negative equity, and unfortunately, a couple $100,000 worth of negative equity that'll never fight their way out of it.
Yeah, and that's imperative. I mean, a lot of, again, taking action is key. So if you happen to just timing's everything. It's not your fault. I like to let people know it's not your fault that you happen to buy 2007, at the towards the end of the peak. It happens. I mean, you wanted to get a home, and home ownership, nothing better. We big advocates of being homeowners. I mean, net worth. Did you guys realize the net worth of a homeowner versus a renter is 15 times greater?
Huh.
I think it's at least, or not, maybe 30. I got a little stat here. It's kind of cool. But I mean, it's substantially more. And then home ownership is actually 38% cheaper than renting because of your potential tax advantage. You go and talk to your CPA.
Right.
But I mean, there's a lot of advantage to it. But you might have got caught at a bad time. It happens.
We understand that, and so our services and what we try to provide people are not just you're short selling now. We understand that, but we want to let them know what their options are right now and what their options, most importantly, are down the line. That this is just a path to what their future is. This is one stop on the way to their future. And I don't know where we are in time.
You got about a minute left.
So that kind of goes into, we get people on the right track, talking to the right people with loan officers such as you to let them know, hey, what's available out there for me after I short sell. And then we get involved with, somebody who could help them repair their credit, get them on track so they're ready in that year or 2 years to purchase a home again. So we're not just about short sales. We're about know all your options, and knowledge is power. And having that knowledge is going to enable you to, get all your dreams and succeed and get everything that you want out of life and out of this. And this is just one step in your life.
Well, I like what you're teeing us up for our final segment. It's a segment that you're going to really enjoy because a lot of us, like I said, we were included in that. My wife lost an 18-year job. Kind of affected our lifestyle quite a bit and our ability to pay bills. And let's see, I was in this business called the mortgage business. So we can appreciate what a lot of you have gone through, a lot of us have gone through. So our next segment, we're going to talk about a reset. And there are tools, there are people in this room right here in the Vault Media Studios, right here at Cherry Creek Mortgage, that can help and make you feel better and help guide you down the right path, because there are options. This is a temporary situation, and we're going to explain some great opportunities for you in your future that's going to change you, your family's life, or someone you know, because guarantee you know somebody who's needs a reset. So stay tuned. We'll touch base on that with our great team here on the Don and Gino Real Estate and Finance Show on your hometown station, AM 1220, KHTS. We'll be right back.